Hi everyone, I am Rajesh Kumar. I am having close to 16 plus years of experience in DevOps, SRE and DevSecOps. I have worked with more than 12 software organizations around the globe. I would like to introduce you all a DevOps School's flagship certification program in DevOps, SRE and DevSecOps. This program will get started in the weekends, so get enrolled. Please contact us on the phone number given on the screen, and in fact you can email us on the contact at the rate of devopsschool.com.
Okay, so as part of this session, we'll discuss about what is Rundeck, why do we need it, and then how to install it and how to use it. So these are the four topics we are going to discuss about it. So, so what is toil? So toil is one of the very important terminology in SRE. Uh, any work which you are doing manually and that you want to automate it, that is called toil. So it should be automated so you cannot keep doing that work again and again. DevOps, I believe you know that. DevOps, DevSecOps, and so on. SRE also, you understand this. So basically, Rundeck is a tool. Okay, understand this way. Rundeck is a tool which will help DevOps, DevSecOps, and SRE people for for doing some work as a self-service. For example, I'll give you one simple example for in order to understand that. There is a production server. Okay, there is a production servers, and you don't want to give this access to anyone. I mean, no one wants to have a access. Access means key and password for it. But how? But same time, you want him to run some commands, or you want him to or her to see the logs of the production server for some work, some troubleshooting work or some analysis work or something like that. How can you give it? How can you give it? This is one of the use cases where that's where you can use the Rundeck. So Rundeck is basically a self-service platform where you go and run the commands in the configured server. I repeat, run the commands in the configured server without having access to the server. Are you understanding?
Yeah, Rajesh.
So Rundeck concept has come from the Runbook. What is Runbook then? Anyone have idea? Runbook. What is the meaning of Runbook?
Yeah,
Kind of.
documenting the sequence of steps involved.
Yeah. So the document which you write in the Runbook, you need to run it, right? Where? The production servers, operations servers. And Rundeck is a platform. It's a desk at a platform where you can run Runbook. Those commands, those steps, you'll run it, but without compromising the access process. I mean, keys, password, and all. So that way, one way is one of the layer for securing your operations server and stuff like that. It is built for on demand actually. Okay, it's for on demand. You want to do something, you can do that. So yeah, what is Rundeck? Rundeck is the automation, a runbook automation that give you and your colleague self-service access to the process and tools they need to get their job done. Self-service access to the processes or tools to get their job done. It can be any operations team, SRE team, DevOps team, they need it, this one. You can use primarily you can use for the incident management and post-mortem and all kind of things and stuff like that. Okay, so now this tool is developed in Java and Grail 3. Okay, now the company earlier, the Rundeck was a one small company which was owning Rundeck, and but now That name is Simplify Ops, but now they have acquired by PagerDuty. So PagerDuty, you know that there's one product which we use in SRE, correct? All of you. So this is the company who's owning the Rundeck. Now their code we have in a open source category Apache license, but we have enterprise version also. Okay, and the latest version, I think it's a little outdated deck. So I think 4 point something more than one, actually 4.0.1 more than that. Source code you can get it on the GitHub. You have it in front of your screen and see that. Okay, so with Rundeck, it's a simple and easy to create workflows called jobs from any of your existing tools and script. Good UI are there. Rundeck can integrate with many tools like Ansible, Puppet, Chef, Jenkins, Docker, Kubernetes, and all stuff like that. Rundeck can also help you for scheduling the work, error handling, logging, access control, option passing, and many features are there. I think more or less if I talk about in the UI, then it will be more useful. Okay. So some of the solution which is provided by Rundeck is to resolve urgent incident in real time. Okay, and that is what I started with it, and so on. Okay, so some of this thing I'm just removing it because I don't want too much of discussion. And so look at this here. This is the release for Rundeck, community version, which I'm going to show you, enterprise version, and then cloud version. So community and enterprise, you can host it yourself. Cloud, you can use in the cloud, and it's a paid one. Okay, so this is something which we have. Some differences between the Rundeck Cloud and Rundeck Enterprise and stuff like that. Okay, so now I'll just move on and get into the installations. Will that be okay? Hello? Hello?
Yeah, Rajesh.
Yeah, that will be easier because we'll keep discussing on this. But more or less, what I wanted to tell you is Rundeck is a tool for operations, for SRE, for DevOps, for running something on directly on the production or pre-production without getting access of it. So let's look at it. So I'm going to install the Rundeck. So there's a many way to install it Rundeck. Here come to Docker way. Docker will save time. Manually also you can install it. So basically once it's developed in Java, you can install it anywhere. That is something which we know that. Supported database, this is the one. And these are the CPU and RAM required for installations. This image which you see is for enterprise. You need a license for it. And this image is a open source. Okay. So let's run this command. Now here we need to understand this command a little bit. So can you help me to define that? What is this command all about? So what is this?
Image name.
No. This is a Docker command. You should have been mastered in Docker right now by the time. So this is the name of the container, daemon mode, environment variable you are setting up for the Grails. This should be IP address, this one, Now here, or you can give this IP address also, which is this one. So both IP address you can give it. That's not a problem. We'll check this. Now from where it should be accessible? Everywhere. Port number, mind it. This is 440. This is the volumes which will be this should be there. So do you have this directory? So check it out. I mean, any directory you can go for it. Home, or data directory. So do you have data directory? Mkdir data. So here it is. Inside a container, this will be there. This is the image, and this is the version. Just I want to know what is the latest version, because this is last year I used it. So hub.docker.com. So latest version is 4.13, which got released 11 days ago. What I'll do, I'll just remove it, so automatically it'll take latest. Did you understand that, all of you? Hello?
Yep.
Enter. And there is a command problem. It says latest not found. How come? I'm just checking. Mm, Rundeck. Mm, one more time. Change. Here it says Rundeck is available. No problem. We'll go for the this one. And this. Not sure why that latest was not there. So typically the last commit which you posted to the hub is become a latest, but tagging maybe they have some problem. So now we save lots of time manually configuring it. So Docker PS. So this is your Rundeck running. Any questions so far? Okay. Now let's go for accessing 4440. Let's wait for it.
Do we have Windows version, Rajesh, or only we have Linux version?
No, Docker will work in the Linux only, right?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But you can install in the Windows also. That's not a problem.
Okay.
I'm just waiting for it. I have 8 GB RAM in this machine, so that should be okay. So this is the page. Default username is admin and admin. Okay, and login. Now this is the platform. Now you have to configure it and nodes where you want to run the commands. Okay, where production nodes and all, so that one time setup is needed. Why this is not taking? It's taking a little slow. And after that, you can give the access to some other user to Rundeck and then run the command. So one node is automatically added, and that node is this one only, the one which is I'm running that container with. So there's one disadvantage what you have while running with a container. That means if you want to access any files of Rundeck, you have to access from inside a container, mind it. But if you install in the VM, you can directly access the file system. So that instruction is also there. Here you can get it. And this is for quick install, and also this will work. This is for CentOS. This is for Ubuntu. So you can install in your VM also and do that. Because of its Java based Tomcat also you can install. Windows and all also you can install. Right now that is not there. Okay, so now let it come. It's taking little time. Refresh it. I'm just checking my memory. It is available. So it should come faster. What happened? Ah, okay. So because of the networking issues, I have to sacrifice this one because it's hitting to the my private IP address which is not available. Just don't worry about that. I will replace this and stop and delete. Done. Here it should be this one. I cannot access that IP address, so I'm creating one new containers. Done. And now 4440. Okay, it's running. ADMIN, ADMIN, enter. Done. So guys, this is your run book, run deck. Now this access, the one which I am accessing, you are having super user access. So far so good, all of you.
Yeah, Rajesh.
So now here you have to create a project first. See here you have some documents link. If you find some issues with the run deck, you can create a ticket on GitHub. Okay, and here one project, no project, and we have to create a project. Here you have some setting button. This is the admin option. Setting button, you look at this right side, you have these all are admin options. If you want to have a key storage, here you can do that. Access control management, password utility, all these things only accessible to admin. This is a user profile, login, logout, and other things. So let's create a project on DevOps School. DevOps School, label, description, save it. So this is the one project you created. Okay, here you have one project, view all. And now left side which you see that option belong to DevOps School only. Okay, this okay, because just one project belong to DevOps School only. If you can create a more projects also, let's say SCM Galaxy, and create it. And now this you see left side is belong to SCM Galaxy. This is DevOps School. So two projects you have it. Now, because it's a super access, super guy, a super admin, so you can access everything. But typically what you will do, you will create access for him here, access control for the different user, and you'll give it access to that user separately. Okay, user summary and all, you have it here. Okay, so right now, not complicating too much. So once you created a project, what to do? So I was telling you, right, you can run any commands in the any server. So from where you can run ad hoc commands, click on the commands. Okay, and here it is. So DevOps School project, you are running commands. Which node you want to run it? I have only one node, by the way. This is the one. So that the place, this is the node actually, this container. All of you are comfortable with the container concept, right? Because the end of course actually. So you should be mastered in container. Hello.
Yeah, Rajesh.
Yeah. So this command, this you see 7D dub 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 is a container only. Now you'll say, Rajesh, I want to add some more nodes. So yes, you can add it. So I'll show you that one also. So right now, just let me show you. So I'm running in this node. Okay. So node you selected, and any recent command you run? No, I do not run. So here you have a recent command, whatever you run. I want to run ls or pwd. Here you are running in one node. So see that you don't have access to the server, but you're still running that run on node, and see what is the answer. You got it? Got it? Understood now? Rundeck in simple way. Hello.
For running this command, like if you need a sudo or something, if you want to run some sudo commands.
Depends on how you configure the node actually. Yeah. So right now you want to see your ID. Who are you? ID. See you are this user. Got it? So whatever the access you have, Rundeck has a sudo access also. Got it?
Yeah. Suppose if
So
I copy,
now,
copy the text file from one server to another server, is it also possible?
yeah, as long as the permission is there and command is right, it will work. Correct? No?
Okay. Yes.
So now, typically you can troubleshoot this server, this container, theoretically, anyways, whatever you want. You want to see the system logs, so you should remember all this thing. Var log message. Correct now? Enter. Oh, more. Yeah, correct. This is the one line you have in that file. Oh no, no, wait. Messages. This file is not there. Let me check in first here. ls var. I'm checking the virtual machines. Okay. Log and messages. Oh, this file is not there. Let me check what is the file name. Message is not created. Why? Okay, here it's a D message. Okay, I'll not complicate because syslog. So syslog should be there. And syslog is also not in there in the container. Let me check. You can go inside the container and check that. Last log is there. Okay, so this is there, but there's no content actually for this. There's no content. Yeah. So this way you can do whatever you want and get it done. Did you understand all of you? Let's say you want to list out the services. So ps-ef sudo Results are not
Ra-
coming.
Rajesh, can we connect Windows also? Only Linux?
Yeah, Windows also same.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. So here
How,
this is the one. Okay.
how do you provide the steps, Rajesh? Because it's a run book, right? For example, run the job, extract the output, send it by email. So these steps, how do we do that?
Just again, hold on. I'm not able to see the output. It's coming output here, but PS command output is not coming. It's coming now. So some problem was there. Yeah. What is your question?
Yeah, it's a sequence of steps, right? Run book and all. For example, if
Yeah.
I run a job, extract the output and send it by email, how
Yeah.
do we
Yeah. Yeah.
identify
That we have that. I'm showing you the fundamental feature for this. So this you
Okay,
understood, correct? Okay. So now let's say you say, Rajesh, I don't want to run it manually. I don't want it to have a server access, but I don't want to do manually. What to do? I want to run in a job. Job means, job is equal to job. You want to run at a
schedule.
schedule. Yeah. You want to have notifications for it. So then in that case, you see here, jobs. Can you see here? Hello. So
Yeah,
create a job. So let me create a job now. So this you understood that all of you, right? Same thing. I'll create a job for it. So create a job and process job name process table. A simple one. It can be complicated also. Description. Now here two things is important. Workflows and nodes. Schedule notification. You see, notification means when jobs runs, whom should we notify? When should we notify? All these things. Schedule means it's like a cron when it will occur. I'll tell you. Nodes means which node this job will occur. So you want to execute locally or you want to give it to some other nodes. Right now, I have not added nodes, but here you can add a more nodes. I'll show you later. So here execute locally only. That means in the server only. Okay. And then workflow. This is most important one. So this is a place here you create a job process table and then you have to create a steps for that. So now I'll do that. So do you want to provide some options? Not required. This is the workflows. Okay. And these all are self-explanatory. If you study this, you'll understand this. So workflow, sorry, workflow. So if a step fails, any step fails, which step? This step. I have not added it, I will add it now. If these steps fail, stop at the failed step. That's one option. Or running remaining steps before falling. So what you are saying, you have a job, and in this job, step number one, uh, start a service. Just I'll give you example. Start a service. Step number two, check a log. And step number three, what should I do? Check the service, something like this. So now let's say here this whole thing, step one, step two, step three, it's called workflow. Okay. So if work one, let's say this command is failed. So should you want this Rundeck to move to this one or this one? So in this case, this is the one. If not, then this is the one. Are you understanding, all of you? Hello.
Yes,
correct.
Rajesh. Yes, Rajesh.
Yeah. Now, in the real time, in the real time, you may have a multiple node. Right now, I have only one node. When you add a multiple node, real time, you have a multiple node attached to this job. So one, two, three, four. Okay. So four node. Assume that we have a four node. Right now, I have a one node, but four node. So here the strategy is, what strategy? You want to run in the node first, that means first node, or you want to run all node parallelly, whichever you selected here, all node parallelly, or you want to run in all a node but sequentially. That means all node parallelly this command, only this command, okay? and then second this command parallelly, or third command parallelly, or sequence, or only one node. So this is a strategy. Make sense?
If you would have any issues with our channel membership, you can drop an email to us at contact@devopsschool.com, or you can also unsubscribe from channel membership anytime if you don't want to continue or did not like the video. Please be kind enough to like it, and you can comment any of your doubts and queries. We will reply to them at the earliest. Thanks for watching.